Hello guys, Scorch Reaper here today, doing a League of Legends video on how to get out of low elo, such as bronze and silver, and get into the higher elos. Uh, Today we're going to talk about a few key things that will help you get out of low elo. I'm going to switch to a different screen real quick. There we go. Right here I created this thing right here. I created this a few months ago. This was something that I had done to get out of bronze. Uh, as you can see, top, jungle, mid, ADC, and support, and then these are the champions that I like to play in those certain positions. These are my top two champions for each of those positions that I like to play. You want to try to do something like this, but the main thing is when you're first starting out, pick about 2 or 3, maybe 4, but try to keep it low, champions that are very, very strong and that don't get banned a whole lot. Pull up League right here. I'm on the champion screen. Just get on your champion screen and scroll down and be honest with yourself. Know what champions that you are good with and know what champions that you're not so good with. Like Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath is a very strong pick because he is just a strong champion overall. He's tanky, he does a lot of damage, and his ult is like completely retarded. But scroll down and just find a few champions that are really strong and that you're really good with. And also another key thing is to be able, like, pick a champion that you have fun playing. You don't want to pick a champion that after 10 or 15 games you just get bored playing that champion. Because it will happen. It happens a lot that you know that when you play a champion after a while, you just get tired of playing that champion. You want to pick someone that you're not going to get that tired of playing with them. And that's one of the main things, is just picking 2 or 3 champions that you're really good with and maining those champions every single game. As much as you can, play either 1, 2, or 3 of those champions that you have picked. It doesn't matter what you play in a normal game. Like, normals doesn't matter. You can play freaking Leona jungle if you wanted to. It don't count anyway. It's just normals. But when you go on a ranked, try, like in the low elo, there are 2 tactics that you can either do. A, you can be the person that you're like, I'm first pick, so I'm gonna pick whatever lane I want. I really don't care. I'm just gonna play a champion for that lane, and I'm just gonna hopefully win and beat your opponent and carry the game. You can be that type of person. Or, like, what I like to do is, if I'm first picked, I'll ask what everyone wants in the chat and try to communicate with the team to be able to find out what everyone is best at. And I know I'm good at all positions. I'm not great, but I know I'm good at all of them. So I'll ask around and I'll find, let's say, like, jungle wasn't taken. I'll be like, alright, I know I have a few champions that I'm really good with at playing jungle. And so I'll go and I'll play that. That's tactic number 2, and that's what I like to do. And that got me out very quickly. It's just that's another thing that you can do. Just do that. Number 3, CSing. CSing is a big key to winning lane and snowballing your lane. Being able to have more gold than your lane opponent, and like, when you have more gold than your lane opponent, it means you're going to have more items. And having more items means that you're going to have more damage, or more armor, or more attack speed. And it will help you beat down your opponent. Key 4 is being able to, if you're playing in a lane, being able to force your lane opponent off with pokes to make it where they can't CS. Because it goes back into point number 3, if you prevent them from being able to CS, you're going to have more gold which means more items, more damage, etc. Uh, and those are just some key points right there to be able to win your lane. And when you win your lane hard, it's going to help you to be able to win the game, because that's going to put your lane opponent behind. And it means that it turns into, if the rest of your team is doing well, it's going to turn into a 5v4, because that fifth guy that you were up against is not going to do much. He's just going to be an extra body there that's not going to do anything. A lot of people like to duo ranked. I don't really recommend duo ranking, because I don't like doing it so much. It can help you, especially if you have like a guy who's like Diamond 1 and created a Smurf account and he's just helping you get up, then yeah, I understand that. But if you don't, which a lot of people don't have big guys that are high up, I like to solo, because solo, like, whenever, not many people know this, that League actually takes into account that when you duo with someone, it takes into the account that you actually have communication with them. So what it's actually going to do is it's going to move your ELO up a little bit. And so you're playing against a little bit harder people when you're playing duo. Not many people realize that. But when you play solo, it's going to match you up with the same ELO people that you're at right now. And if you are going to duo with someone, make sure that you play a bunch of normal games with them. Make sure you have good communications with them. And if you're going to duo with them, make sure that you have them on a voice chat like Skype, TeamSpeak, Curse, something of that, to be able to have communication with them. And if you are going to duo, either have you both have one of you in a mid or top lane and you as the jungler, or vice versa, or you're both ADC and support. Those are the only two reasons why you should duo, is if you're both going to be able to communicate and be able to gank, or if you're in the ADC and support where you're going to go very aggressive, or you're going to kind of not be so aggressive. Those are the only two reasons why you should duo. And that's the only reasons why you should duo. Any other time you should just solo, because solo is easier. It's a little bit more boring, but what I like to do is if I'm gonna solo, I'll get into a Skype call with one of my friends and I'll just talk with them while I'm playing, because it helps pass the time, makes it easier. And another good thing, another key point here, is there are certain times of the day when you should play League and when you shouldn't play League. Like, don't play League between about 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. That is probably the worst time to play League, because or play ranked anyway. You can play League, you can play normals all day, I don't care. But to play ranked, don't play between 4 p.m. and 10 p.m. Because in that time period is when about all the trolls get on. Because there are people in the game that just like to troll you and make you lose. They want to make you lose. Don't know why. Don't ask me. I don't know why they're like that. But they just like to make you lose. So good periods of time are like when you first wake up in the morning, between like 8 a.m. to about 1 p.m., 2 p.m. That's when about all the good players are going to be playing. And then about like 12 a.m. to like 3 a.m. That's another good period of time, because you still need sleep. So like, just figure it out. Like, be able to try, if you're going to play ranked, try to play within some of those time periods to be able to do that. That's going to be coming close to wrapping it up today. Another thing is runes. Like, not many people realize like how much runes actually do help. I only have 2 rune pages because I just haven't played enough to like get more stuff to be able to do that with. Like, I don't buy a whole lot of RP. I buy a little bit, but not much. I like to earn my IP and stuff like that. But runes actually help you a lot because it gives you bonuses. Like if you're gonna do runes, don't do the scaling runes. Scaling runes, yeah, they're good, but you have to wait until you're level 18. And there are actually about 50% of your games don't last until level 18. Most people surrender around the 20-minute mark, 25-minute mark, and you're still only about like level between like levels 14 and 16 to 17 between those periods. But runes help you like straight off the bat. Look, 27. Like this is a scaling one. It's 27. At 18. Like this was just something that I did. I did do the scalings here. That was on me. Sorry about the snapping. That was my dog. Uh, but like right here, physical damage. That's plus 15 more damage as soon as you start the game. And then 9 armor. That's 9 more armor as soon as you start the game. Right here. 20 plus 20 ability power as soon as you start the game. Like you want the stuff that is pretty much immediate as soon as you start, so that way your early game is going to be able to beat your opponent's early game, and it's going to give you the ability to snowball in lane. That's about all the help that I can give you for basics. I will be doing a few more like more advanced videos on certain positions like top, jungle, mid, ADC, and support. Be able to go advanced over those certain positions so that you can become a better player at those positions. I'd like to wish you luck, all the luck in the world, and I hope you get to where you're wanting to go.